What up? We're back. I'm Emma.
Hi, Preston.
And we're back with similar podcast announcements. I will start with the menu for the week. For today's lunch is baked potato bar, cheese, broccoli, fruit and veggie bar, and a dinner roll. Monday's breakfast is waffles. Monday's lunch is chicken noodle soup, crackers and cheese, fruit and veggie bar, and a dinner roll. For Tuesday's breakfast, we have Bosco sticks, and Tuesday's lunch is Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, and fruit and veggie bar, and a dinner roll. General news: if you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 chat to 988 Lifeline or to reach to 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Juniors and seniors, just a reminder that if you want to participate in the $25 gift exchange during post-prom, you can either bring your gift to school and give it to Karen Kronk, or there will be tables set up before the Grand March in the southeast corner of the gym. Please have your name on the gift so we know who is participating.
Plainview will be holding a boating safety class on March 27th from 6 to 9. Please go to the Outdoor Nebraska Boater Education to sign up. Mrs. Monerick has a couple books if you need them. Junior High Book Club will meet over lunch Wednesday, March 22nd. Seniors, please pay $20 in the office to Carol and pick up your cap and gown for graduation. Those that still owe are Emily, Joe, Dylan, Landon, Madison, Adrian, Olga, Adrian, Jaquan, and Alex. Friendly reminder for any after-school events. Please make sure to read through some of the Bobcat spectator responsibilities.
The Village of Orchard is currently accepting applications for the following positions: pool manager, assistant pool manager, lifeguards, part-time maintenance position, and mowers. You need to be at least 16 years or older. Applications are available in the school office. The Village of Clearwater is accepting applications for summer help. Must be at least 16 years old, self-motivated, and be able to work without direct supervision. Responsibilities include mowing, weed eating, trash pickup, park, bathroom maintenance, painting, and other duties as assigned by the maintenance operator. Applications are available online at clearwaternebraska.com, at the village, or in the school offices. For more information, call Angie Hupp. Seniors last to lunch until senior photos are turned into Miss Funk are just Landon at this point.
Daily quote: perfection is attained by slow degrees. It requires a hand of time. Elementary news: follow your summer Bobcat spectator responsibilities. And there's nothing in the live stream links. The sports and activities for this week. This week is close up. They're just finishing that up. Friday, state speech in Kearney. Saturdays, the Class C All-State Band at Kearney with junior high dance from 6 to 9.
Sports activities next week. From Monday, March 20th, we have the Quiz Bowl at O'Neill at 1 o'clock, NBC Music at Elkhorn Valley, and NHS Blood Drive in Orchard. For Tuesday, there's nothing. Wednesday, there's NECC Scholastic Day. Thursday, there's the FBLA Blood Drive and the Lucky to Have You pre-K to 6th grade dance. Starts at 6, goes to 8. Friday, March 24th, there's spring activity pictures and also the junior high quiz bowl at Stewart. Saturday, March 25th, there's prom. The grand march starts at 6.
That'll do it for today's Bobcast. Make sure to stay tuned for Barrett Sports segment, season 2, episode 15, and Owen's opinion.
Hello, Summerlin. I'm Barrett with the Summerlin Bobcast Sports segment, and this week's show is, of course, mainly based on March Madness. We got 3 segments inside of this show, so let's get right into the first one, which is Weekly Review. So our first segment is Weekly Review, and of course, 2 weeks ago, I had on Levi Kronk, and we made picks in the NBA and college basketball. So not going to go through every game here just because it's 2 weeks ago, so nobody really cares. Just going to give you the final scores of me and Levi. So Levi, he went 7-6, which is pretty good in the NBA. Above average, better than some people, not as good as some, as you know, some people might say that. I ended up going 1 game better at 8-5, so decent week. They're both above 500, which is definitely better than what it has been the last few weeks. College basketball, Levi and I both tied at 7-3. Of course, the only game that I'm going to say, Duke beat Carolina. It's always great. Shout out to any Carolina fans, you know. But Duke sweeps them. And then the only other thing I'll talk about is like conference tournaments. You know, that all happened now because March Madness has already started. It's Wednesday. They had the 2 of the first 4 games yesterday with Pitt and Mississippi State. And they had, wow, I don't remember the teams. It was like Texas Christian or something like that. And Corpus Christi played and Texas won that. And Pitt won the other one. So those two teams are now actually in. There'll be 2 more first 4 games tonight, and then the tournament actually starts Thursday. And we'll go through that in the next segment. But I mean, conference tournaments wise, Duke won the conference tournament in the ACC, so Duke is that good. Purdue won the Big Ten. There was a lot of upsets. You saw a lot of teams like Penn State, Mississippi State, Texas A&M, teams that are like, 5 to 10 in their conference make runs, and that was kind of surprising. But it happens every year, and I believe there was only like 3 or 4 out of the 30 some conferences that had 1 seeds win it. So that shows how little 1 seed actually really matters. So yeah, this has been Weekly Review, and we're going to move on to our newest segment, and it is Tournament Time. Welcome to Tournament Time, and this is going to be all about my March Madness bracket. So we're just going to start right off here, top left, all the way down, and go through these games. So the first one is Bama and versus one of the first 4 teams. Of course, I got Bama winning that. They're a 1 seed. A lot of people will have them picked to win the whole thing, which, not a bad pick, but not who I have. We'll get to that later. The next one is an 8-9 matchup, Maryland and West Virginia. This one will be a really good game. Probably one of the best 8-9 matchups there is this year. I think West Virginia is better. I think they've played better all year, even though Maryland's the higher seed as an 8, but really, it's March. None of the seeding technically matters. But yeah, I think West Virginia will win that game. It'll be close, though. Then we have San Diego State and the College of Charleston. And that one, again, I don't think this one's going to be too close. Really, San Diego State, not like they've played a lot of good talent this year, but it's the College of Charleston, another one of those teams that got in because they won their tournament. So San Diego State wins that one, I think, pretty easily. Next one is Virginia and Furman. Again, Furman, another one of those teams that won their respective conference tournament. They got in as a 12, and I think Virginia, way better caliber of talent, and they've played better teams all year, so Virginia, they should win that one easy. This is my first kind of upset in the bracket. It's Creighton and NC State, 6 versus 11. And Creighton, well, you might say Creighton's good, and they are pretty good. But NC State, from what I've seen from them in the ACC this season, very, very good, very high level. About 2 or 3 guys that could probably go to the NBA on that team right now. Creighton, a few guys as well. You think of their big man, their point guard. They've got a few good players, but not a lot of depth on either team necessarily. So I think NC State playing a little bit better talent compared to the Big East and the ACC. So I think NC State gets that one done. Baylor playing UCSB, which another team that won their conference. So Baylor, I think, handles them easily. Missouri, Utah State. This is probably the one game in this bracket that I've seen the most picks against the higher seed. But I think Missouri, again, I'm going to keep going back to this, but they've had higher talent the entire season, higher level of competition the entire season. And Utah State, I actually kind of thought about this one for a while, but I think Missouri is good enough. I watched them in their SEC tournament. They made a decent little run, I think, to the Final Four of their tournament, I believe. But Utah State's not going to have enough. It's going to be a close game like most of these will be, and Missouri will win that one. Arizona, the 2 seed, they played Princeton. Princeton got in on their conference tournament win, so Arizona, way better. They've had a great season, really, so Arizona should win that one. Heading to the East, which a lot of people say is the weakest of the 4 divisions in March Madness this year. Purdue, the one, they play one of the Final Four teams that's yet to be decided. Purdue, I don't think it matters. Purdue will win it. Purdue's going to go a long ways this year. And yeah, they have a pretty good path, except for one team that'll get in their way, but we'll get to that in a second. The 8-9 matchup is Memphis and Florida Atlantic. And this one, Memphis should handle pretty easily, even though Memphis lost a lot of talent through the past 2 years. Guys like James Wiseman, what's his name? He transferred. Damani Bates. Those two, were really good for them. But, Bates went to Eastern Carolina, I believe, and he's played a really good season. But Memphis is going to pull it out. Again, I'm going to keep saying it. Better talent. The 5-12. My Duke Blue Devils playing Oral Roberts. Everybody remembers back in the day, Oral Roberts. This year they've been decent, actually. They actually have a better record than Duke. Coming in off their tournament, of course, they won it. Both teams actually did, which might be the only matchup that both teams have won it. That's a very good fact if that's true. Duke, though, they're going to win it. It's my team, but I think a lot of people really are thinking this might be one of the best games just because of the talent level Oral Roberts has for being whatever lower conference they're in. But Duke should win it, and it'll be close. Again, it'll probably give me a scare watching it, but Duke, I think, can pull that one out. Tennessee playing Louisiana. This is going to be a blowout. Tennessee, way better, and I mean way better. Their talent level this year has been excellent in the SEC, playing with teams like Alabama. So Tennessee against Louisiana there. Another team, conference tournament win, but Tennessee should win that one. Kentucky, Providence. I see a lot of reasons to pick Providence in this game, but I'm going to go with Calipari and the Wildcats because Kentucky has had a down year. They were, I'm pretty sure, unranked most of the year anyways, like all the Blue Bloods really have been this year. They've been kind of bad, except for about 3 teams have kind of hung around all year. Kentucky, though, not been one of them. They get on a 6 seed, which is probably the lowest they've been in 20 years. But Kentucky, they're going to win it. They beat Providence. Going to be a close one, but Kentucky will be led by head coaching experience, and they win that game. No, not Kentucky State. Kansas State playing Montana State. This one's easy. Kansas State, they're a really good team. I think they can make a run, especially in this side of the bracket where it's not a ton of talent. But yeah, Kansas State should handle that one easily. Michigan State, USC. This might be the most intriguing 7-10 matchup because 2 completely different conferences and levels of play. But Michigan State, they had a really good end of the season to get themselves to a 7 seed. USC's been good all year. And I'm going to take USC led by their guard, Boogie Ellis. I think USC could be a real bracket buster, as you could say. I'm sure a lot of people are rooting for Michigan State in this one as a Big Ten. If you like a team in the Big Ten, usually you like to see Big Ten teams do decent. But, USC, the 10 seed, I think they upset. And it's not really an upset, right? A bigger upset would be like a 1 or a 2 or a 3 getting beat. But USC, I think, pulls that one off, and they will get the 2 seed because our next one is Marquette and Vermont. And Vermont, conference tournament win. Marquette's better. They should win that one. So we'll go all the way to the other side here. Houston playing, I couldn't even tell you, first 4 teams. So Houston is going to win that one easily. They're 1 seed. They've had a great season. Houston should win it. Iowa-Auburn is going to be another good 8-9 matchup. I think Iowa wins it based off of the McCaffrey brothers because they played really good this year. Auburn's been good, but they've kind of fallen off as of late. That's why they fell to a 9. And Iowa should win that one. Miami playing Drake, another ACC team that got into the tournament. I think they had 5 this year, only behind like the Big Ten with 7 or 8, I believe. But Miami will handle Drake. They got in, of course, on the conference tournament win. But Miami, they could make a run, but I think Miami wins that one. Indiana playing Kent State. Indiana led by Trace Jackson Davis. They should win this one handily. Kent State, not a lot of talent. Not necessarily on their team, but really in the conference. They don't play high-level teams, and Indiana definitely does. So Indiana should win that one. Iowa State, and they'll be playing Pitt now because the first 4 win for them. I think if Mississippi State won, it would be a closer game. I don't think Pitt has the talent to stay with Iowa State because I think Iowa State is pretty good this year. And if you look at the ACC tournament, what Duke did to Pitt, they beat them by almost 40. So I think Pitt, unless they really use that momentum from the first 4 game, I think Iowa State wins that one easily. Xavier, they'll win their game against, I actually can't even tell who that is. Doesn't matter because Xavier's going to win it. So Xavier, though, watch out for them because they could definitely make a run to like the Elite 8, even the Final 4 if they get a little lucky. So Xavier's going to be a good team in the tournament. Texas A&M and Penn State. The only reason I'm picking Penn State is because of the run they went on in the tournament. They were a team like Ohio State, right? Those 2 teams went on pretty good runs. But yeah, Penn State a 10 seed. I'm picking Penn State again. The lower seed in the 7-10 matchups look really good this year, but Texas A&M, they had a decent run too, but I think Penn State wins this one. Here's my only real big upset of the entire tournament. Texas, Colgate. Colgate's winning it. Texas, I mean, they have guys like Marcus Carr and Allen, right? But Colgate, they've played actually pretty good this year, of course, won their tournament. They get in as a 15 seed against a 2 seed Texas. A lot of people will hate on this pick, but Colgate's going to beat Texas this year. I got to pick one upset. That's where it's going to be. The weakest of the 2 seeds, in my opinion, is Texas. So go Colgate, the toothbrush brand. Kansas now in the West here. They got the 1 seed. They play Howard. So Kansas, easy win there. They're going to go a long ways, trust me. Arkansas, Illinois. Illinois should win that one. St. Mary's playing VCU will be a pretty good game, but I think St. Mary's, with having experience with better teams like Gonzaga, they should win that one. UConn and Iona. UConn will be very good with Adam Sanogo, their big man, so I think they win that one. TCU and a first 4 team that's undecided yet. TCU, I think, wins it, unless it's Nevada, I think, is one of them. So if Nevada wins it, they'll give them a shot, but TCU should win that one. Gonzaga and Grand Canyon, that's a pretty easy one. Gonzaga will win that. Grand Canyon, not much of a team this year. You know, they got pretty lucky in their tournament. I think they were like a 5 seed or something like that. So Gonzaga will win it and make a run too, trust me. Northwestern, Boise State. Northwestern. They started off the year really, really bad. Like, they were one of the worst Big Ten teams. They won a ton of games to end the year, get themselves to a 7 seed. And, yeah, Northwestern's going to keep that streak going. One more game at least. They'll beat Boise State. And UCLA, they'll win their 2-15 matchup pretty easily. Then we move to the round of 32. And it's Bama, West Virginia. Bama's going to win it. San Diego State and Virginia. Virginia will definitely win that one. San Diego State just not enough talent, especially with a guy like Kihei Clark for Virginia. They should win that. NC State, another ACC team moving on, but Baylor is who they get. Baylor will win that one. Missouri playing Arizona. I don't think that game will be close. Arizona should win it. Purdue and Memphis. Purdue wins it. Duke and Tennessee. I'm not even going to linger on this one. Duke, next pick. Kentucky, Kansas State. This one's a lot closer, but Kansas State should win it. Kentucky, not that great of a team. We've already talked about that, so I think Kansas State wins it. USC playing Marquette. Marquette is a 2 seed. They've been decent this year, but USC is not going to be enough to hang with them, so Marquette wins it. Then we got Houston playing Iowa. Houston wins that one. Iowa's not talented enough for Marcus Sasser in that group, so Houston wins it. Miami, Indiana will be a really good game, but Indiana will win it. Iowa State and Xavier. I already talked about Xavier, so I think they make a little bit of a run to at least the Elite 8, and I think Xavier wins that one. Penn State, Colgate would be the weirdest round of 32 matchup. Penn State will win it though. Colgate's runs over very early. Kansas, Illinois. Kansas wins it. They're 1 seed. St. Mary's and UConn. I think UConn wins it. Like I said before, Adam Sanogo is really good, and I think he'll win it for him. TCU and Gonzaga. Gonzaga will win it. They are better. And finally here, Northwestern and UCLA. I think UCLA wins it. And then we're not going to go through the rest of the picks here because I'm just going to tell you what my final 4 is. And that's Bama winning, I believe, the South. Yes, the South. Duke wins the East. The Midwest is won by Houston. And the West is won by Kansas. And then you may think I have Duke winning it all, but I don't. Bama beats Duke. Kansas beats Houston. And Kansas beats Bama with a score of 75-68. Kansas goes back-to-back. It's the first time a back-to-back has happened in a long, long time. But that'll do it for tournament time. We're going to head to game time. Welcome to game time. This week we have on BB, him.
Barlow.
That's facts.
Still him.
Kinda. It's debatable now.
Now,
Especially just, when we get to March Madness talk, it's debatable.
I think it's actually not debatable. I think it's very clear.
Okay, but we're going to start in the NBA first. We'll get to more heated stuff later.
I like this. All right.
Golden State playing the Grizzlies. John Morant just got suspended 8
more
games.
games without pay.
Yeah.
Give me the Warriors.
Golden State, big dubs, easy dubs, even though they're on the road and they suck on the road. So
They do so.
Nuggets and the Knicks.
You know what? Nuggets are cold. Knicks are hot. Give me the Knicks.
Give me the Nuggets.
Okay. They lost 4 in a row.
You know, the streak's got to come to an end at some point, though. And they're in, Madison Square Garden. I mean, the Knicks have who? Maybe R.J. Barrett. He's kind of him.
Jalen Bronson.
Yeah,
Runs him.
Okay, yeah, he's been,
Julius
he's
Randle.
been him. Julius Randle's played better this year, I guess.
Mitch Rob.
No, he hates his role. He's so mad. Did you see that? Mitchell
Yeah.
Robinson? Yeah, he's so upset.
Well, that's why they have Hartenstein.
Yeah, because he's better.
Hartenstein's a double-double machine.
Yeah, the Nuggets are winning. Jokic, he's him. Magic playing the Clippers. Yeah, the Clippers are winning, and they're also making the playoffs, not the play-in.
Facts.
76ers playing the Pacers. Easy
Well,
dub.
give me the Pacers. I feel like Halliburton might hit you. What? Something wrong with what I just said?
Let's just check this out. Sixers. Okay.
Okay.
Timberwolves playing the Raptors.
Give me Raps.
Yeah, that's facts. Give me the Raptors on that one. Yeah, okay. I actually typed on the. Yeah, okay. Kings playing the Wizards.
Kings.
Yeah, the Kings are winning that one. Wizards. Who do they even have? Bradley Beal doesn't count. You can't say him.
Daniel Gafford.
Doesn't count. Kyle Kuzma.
Porzingis.
Does he even play? No, he doesn't. No, he definitely doesn't play.
I actually think he does. Actually,
I haven't
he
seen anything from him this year.
Start like 36 like 3 times this year.
Probably like beginning of the season though, because I haven't seen it. So.
Okay.
Heat and the Bulls. That's so easy.
Bulls.
Yeah, I agree. The Bulls will win that one. They're at home. Celtics playing the Jazz. I mean, the Celtics. Wait, what'd you say?
Jazz.
Okay. The Jazz. They're a pretty good team, but Celtics. They're a little better. So, Celtics are gonna win.
Yeah.
You like that pick or no?
I don't hate it.
Oh, okay. Nuggets again on Sunday. They're playing the Nets.
That's Mikal Bridge, him.
I guess we'll just keep picking against each other. It seems to happen a lot on the
It
show.
does seem to happen.
Nuggets are winning that one again on the road.
And I think I've gotten most of the picks.
Guess what? You know what that would be if the Nuggets win? A 2-game win streak.
True.
Yeah.
But it could also be like a 2 loss. 2 more. So it'd be 6 games.
But no, it wouldn't because.
But what if they split it 1-1?
But they won't. It'll be 2-2, just like I said though.
Or revisit.
Suns and the Thunder. That's so easy.
Thunder. Jalen Williams is him.
Okay. We just want to restart the segment or something because.
Nope, I'm glad with all my
Okay, the
picks.
Suns are winning.
I love all my picks.
Hawks and the Spurs. I'll just pick first on this one. The Hawks are gonna win.
Give me Spurs.
God. We can't break the curse.
They've won 2 games in a row.
Not gonna be 3.
Might actually be.
The Heat and the Pistons.
Heat.
Yes, the Heat are winning finally. Finally. Pistons have nobody. Cade Cunningham does not count as
He
somebody.
doesn't even play. He's injured.
There you go. Sadiq Bey.
Jalen Durant, him. Jalen Durant.
James Wiseman.
Him too.
Pelicans and the Rockets. That one's pretty easy.
Rockets.
Rockets upset. Easy dub. Raptors and the Bucks. I think we know on this one.
Bucks.
Facts. Giannis, he might not play though because he's been injured all year.
Doesn't matter. They broke him Lopez.
That's kind of true, except for when they play Golden State.
Facts.
Yeah. Final one in the NBA: Magic and the Lakers.
Magic upset.
Oh my God! It's not magical. It's not happening. Give me the Lakers. Anthony Davis, him.
Showtime Lakers versus the Magic. I mean, what's Showtime or Magic? You can't have a good Showtime without Magic. So give me Magic.
No.
Magic used to play on the Lakers. Oh my goodness, yeah.
So
the
Lakers
Magic
win.
are winning.
So the Lakers win. If the Magic play for the Lakers, then the Lakers win.
Magic is the second best player to ever touch them. He's the third best player to ever touch the court.
Okay, whole different
As a
conversation.
Laker.
Who's 1 and 2? One better be Kobe.
No.
You say James Worthy.
Kareem. And 2 is LeBron. What's wrong with that? Kobe, I'm sorry, Kobe's not even I think he might be my number 5 shooting guard.
Okay, we're just not gonna get into this because, like, I'm okay. Magic at 3 is pretty funny too, and LeBron at 2 is really funny.
How's that funny?
Because what has he done as a Laker?
I'm just saying, like, as
Nothing.
a player overall.
Nothing.
Oh, if we're going as a Laker, then
Yeah,
no.
that's what I was talking about.
Then he might think Magic might be number 2.
Magic might be 1.
Or number 4, 3. Magic might be number 1 too, honestly.
Yeah, because Kareem.
Won 3 championships there.
Yeah, I know, but like, he also did a lot with other teams.
You also can't forget about Jerry West.
You can't forget about Kobe. Kobe, rest in peace.
He was a sidekick.
Yeah, that's fact. Shaq, actually, he's probably like maybe 6.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to our last thing, which might take a little bit of time because college basketball, March Madness. Before I ask you that question up there, who's winning, Duke or Roberts?
You know, I think I've maybe filled out 5 brackets.
And all of them you said Duke.
No.
Oh,
I think on 3 of them I said Duke. 2 of them I said Oral Roberts.
and one of them was probably an upset bracket, so that doesn't
No.
really count. Oh, was it?
No, I haven't done an upset bracket yet.
Okay. Well, you only have one day to fill that out, so you better hurry.
I want to. I'm happy with it. If you give me Duke, shot on the line. Duke or Roberts?
Duke.
Give me Admis.
Okay, who's in your final 4?
I'm
then?
hating Duke because they
Okay.
hustle. When was the
Okay.
last time you saw a college or NBA team hustle like they do? You don't ever see it. That's why Duke is so good. Give me Duke. I'm not
It's
wrong.
such facts.
I see them. They dive on balls. They run out of bounds and scoop it back in. It's honestly, it's great.
But you still picked Oral Roberts twice.
Twice, but 3 times to Duke.
What's that percentage? It's like 3/2.
It's 60-40.
It's like times 2, it's 6/4, and then you take that times 100 divided by 10. It's 60/40.
I just said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I was doing math. I didn't hear you. Who's in your final 4? Your main one. Like, if you had to, like, I don't know, take some averages of all your tournament, who's usually in the final 4 for you?
Baylor. Texas. TCU.
Texas is getting beat first round by Colgate.
TCU.
TCU.
Marquette.
Funny. I just feel like you're joking at this point. There's no way that's true.
I'm serious.
Baylor,
Marquette has a pretty easy road.
TCU, Texas is getting beat first round.
They're not.
Marquette's maybe making it to the Sweet 16 if they're lucky. TCU and Baylor we just don't talk about because Baylor is going to get beat 3rd round. TCU, I don't even know who they play first round. Actually, we can go check. Let's just take a little peek here. TCU, wow, that's so zoomed out. Let me zoom in first. We'll just take a little look at where is TCU at.
Right side, right back in dog. They play Arizona or Nevada.
Yeah, well, they're getting beat 2nd round. You think they're getting through Zaga?
Yes, because I guess not.
You think they're
They
getting
play
through
no competition.
You think they're getting through UCLA? You think they're getting through Kansas? No thanks.
Kansas. Wait, Kansas. Show me Kansas.
Kansas Road is so easy. They had to beat Howard.
I have them losing to Arkansas. No, I have them beating Arkansas. No, I don't. Never mind. I have Arkansas. I have Arkansas beating Kansas. I forgot about that.
Okay. Where's Baylor at? You probably know. You're a big Baylor fan, right there.
Side.
You know? Yeah. Yeah, they're beating 3rd round. They're dead.
How?
Arizona. And even if they made it past Arizona, they play Baylor. Or not Baylor. Alabama. They lose.
Bama chokes them.
No, they don't. No. And then even if they make it to the Final Four, Duke beats them. And even if they make it to the championship game, Kansas still wins it all.
You think Duke's gonna make it to the Final Four?
I'm not a Duke fan, but I would say yes.
You are a Duke fan.
Where? I see Nebraska. I'm a Husker basketball
I
fan
hate to
through
say
and
it to
through.
you, Duke's not making it past 2nd round. Go show me them.
Or Roberts, dub. Tennessee, trash. Purdue, we could easily beat them. Why did I say Kent State? Kansas State, yeah. What are they going to do? Put Keontae Johnson? No thanks. That's an easy dub. Bama, they lose. Right there.
Texas has the easiest road to the Final Four.
Except for when Colgate upsets them. That'll be really fun. And actually, they have a pretty tough road because they got to play Houston.
Eventually.
But they would never get there because they're getting beat early.
That's why Houston, Texas is going to be the game of the year.
No, I'll tell you the game of the year right now. Texas
Colgate.
and toothpaste. It'll be such a good game. Actually, no, it won't, because Colgate's gonna beat them by at least 30. So yeah, Kansas just back-to-back championships. That's pretty.
You heard it.
You see that right there?
How's it gonna feel when your bracket goes to waste after one game?
Well, the first game being played is Maryland, West Virginia. So if West Virginia doesn't win, I'm gonna be so mad. Because
West Virginia's gonna win, so you don't have to worry about
and if they don't, my bracket's busted literally 10 minutes in.
Well, not 10 minutes.
Pretty sure that happened last year. Yeah, it'll be like 2 hours, but that's the same thing. Really, 10 minutes, 2 hours, like.
Same thing.
Okay, and do you want to just go ahead and tell me who you have winning the entire thing? Because I already know, but we just need to tell the people here. Texas Longhorns?
No, Baylor Bears! Woo!
Okay, no, we're not.
Welcome back to the Summerlin Bobcast. I'm Owen Jeffords, and today I'm just going to be talking about a news article. So, a Russian fighter jet forces down a U.S. drone over the Black Sea. It says a Russian fighter jet forced down a U.S. Air Force drone over the Black Sea on Tuesday after damaging the propeller of an American MQ-9 Reaper drone, according to the U.S. military. The Reaper drone and two Russian Su-27 aircrafts were flying over international waters over the Black Sea on Tuesday when one of the Russian jets intentionally flew out in front of the drone and dumped fuel on the unmanned drone several times, a statement from U.S. European Command said. The aircraft then hit the propeller of the drone, prompting U.S. forces to bring the MQ-9 drone down in international waters. The U.S. says our MQ-9 drone was conducting routine operations in an international airspace where it was intercepted and hit by a Russian aircraft, resulting in the crash and complete loss of the MQ-9. Air Force General James B. Hecker, commander of U.S. Air Forces Europe and U.S. Air Forces Africa, said in the statement. In fact, this unsafe and unprofessional act by the Russians nearly caused both aircrafts to crash. The incident marks the first time Russian and U.S. military aircrafts have come into direct contact since Russia launched its invasion of Ukraine just over a year ago, and is likely to increase tensions between the two nations, and with U.S. calling Russia's actions reckless, environmentally unsound, and unprofessional. President Joe Biden was briefed on the incident by National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan on Tuesday morning, according to the National Security Council Communications Coordinator John Kirby. Kirby had said it was not uncommon for Russian aircrafts to intercept U.S. aircraft over the Black Sea, and that there's been other intercepts in the recent weeks. But he said the episode Tuesday was unique in how unsafe, unprofessional, and reckless the Russians' actions were. CNN asked the Russian ministry for a comment, and Russian and U.S. aircraft have operated over the Black Sea during the course of the Ukraine war, but this is the first such known interaction, potentially dangerous escalation of a critical time in the fighting. The U.S. has been operating Reaper drones over the Black Sea since before the beginning of the war, using the spy drones to monitor the area. Reaper drones can fly as high as 50,000 feet, according to the Air Force, and they have sensors and capabilities to gather intelligence and perform reconnaissance for extending periods of time, making it an ideal platform to track movements on the battlefield and in the Black Sea. Well, thank you all for watching.